chances to win against Motherwell?
I just think there was a level of naivety today in terms of the 2 goals we lose. I don't think there was a lot wrong within the game. I thought we knew how to play. They kind of overload that midfield area, so it's difficult to deal with. You've got 5v3s, 5v4s, and their full-backs then jump and give them width. So they look good in the eye at times, and they do it well. I like how they play. They do it well, but I felt we had the better chances overall in the game to actually win the game. It's just a level of naivety, poor decision making at big moments in the game, like that ball late on should go in the channel, we get after it, but we try and drop it into midfield, which I can't get my head around, but it is what it is. Dan's apologised, but we had a back 4 out the other day that's been strung together nearly like Josh's never even played a game of football in Scotland. You had Dan Finlayson playing right centre back in a 4. Dan's never played right centre. He's played right centre back previously in his career, but he's never played right centre back for me. He's never played with Danny Wilson. And then Chris Montano came in to make his kind of first proper competitive start. I think his last game was East Fife Away in the Cup. So when you actually look at that back 4 and how they were strung together, we've got a lot of injuries now. But I don't want to use that as a reason. I thought they performed really well in the game, and I thought Dan Finlayson was one of the best players in the park in terms of his defensive output. So I feel sorry for him as well, because it's just a bad decision at that point in the game. We get a wee bit lucky with offside goal, and then we try and play a ball we shouldn't play. We're kind of got some players in there, I feel, that are kind of learning on the job a wee bit. They're getting punished for a lot of these mistakes, but for large majorities of the game, I feel comfortable in the game. I can see what we're doing. We created more chances, had more shots on target, but the one column that probably isn't, well, it is, it's not probably, it is the most important column, it's the goals for column, and that's the one we let ourselves down maybe.
For penalty from the college just on the penalties.
A wee bit, I think he's, do you know what, I think it was just a reaction, does that make sense? I just think he's definitely not went out, he's not intentionally to do that, but no, I wouldn't say brain freeze. I just think in the moment when you're in your box and you're defending your area, I just think he's made that impulsive moment, and it's killed us at that point, because I don't even think the ball's dropping to anybody in a Motherwell shirt. I think we're going to clear it after that, so it just makes a bad decision to be man, and he's been brilliant for me, but again he's learning on the job. He's a young player that's learning on the job. And Dan Finlayson, Dan was brilliant. He knows he shouldn't play that ball there at any stage of the game, never mind the last minute of the game. But I thought Dan was really good in the game, so you've got to be careful going in there and marking players. I'm here to support Mark, I'm here to support Dan, and it's it's also my problem. It's me to guide these players and coach these players and lead these players. So Mark's handball is my handball, does that make sense? It's not Mark, it's me as well. Dan's decision is my decision, so. But when you strip the game back, ultimately you're going to look at the goals, and ultimately the 2 kind of decisions at that point, it's cost us the game.
Yeah, you actually got through that period and got to look at it enough, you had the chance to get his chance at that point.
We did a wee bit better, we had to be a bit quicker.
Big moment, isn't it?
A big moment in the game, but it's big moments that seem to be going against us. But again, you're kind of learning on the job. As a group, it's a brand new back 4, I've had a lot of injuries. Does that happen if Ryan McGowan's your right centre back? Potentially no. But you could have lost all their goals in open play, because I thought Dan was brilliant defensively. It's just learning on the job. I think there's a wee bit of PTSD kicking about the now in terms of people feeling sorry for themselves, but I'm not feeling sorry. Did I feel the season was going to be any different from what it is? Potentially, but no a million miles away from what it is. I'm disappointed in terms of the late goals we've lost. Yeah, that's a big narrative. That's 3 points dropped at home with late goals. Again, totally different scenario. Then you throw in the Dundee game, there's another point drop with a late penalty. So I feel there's a lot of growth still to go with the group. We've been a wee bit unlucky, but it's important that we learn from these mistakes, and that's the one thing I feel we maybe never done to them, we never learned we're going out to try and win that game, try to be cute, try to execute that pass in the middle of the park to score when it should get dropped in behind at that stage of the game. It's just a wee bit of naivety. In terms of you're getting punished and the boys are learning on the job.
Defensively, where are the likes of Adam, Shane and
Adams,
Ryan in terms of getting
so no great. No great. Adam's probably 8 to 10. Shane's probably 12 to 14. So that was, again, people look at the result last week and they only look at the result, they don't look at the content of the result. That was 3-4 substitutions at Easter Road. Conor McLaren, Shane Delaney and Adam Montgomery. So it's no ideal trying to get that consistency in the back line. So no, definitely no ideal. Will Joshua Brennett be better for that 90 minutes today? I think he will. Ryan McGowan's back in the building, so the quicker we can get Ryan back, the better. But we're a wee bit light in numbers in terms of that defensive unit, lacking a wee bit of continuity, lacking a wee bit of consistency in there as well. But I thought the back four in the main, bar probably that decision by Dan late on, the back four in the main, I thought they were really good today, and I felt for the players today.
Mention Joshua, mate, for a guy who's not played much club football in the last 12 months, up against probably the form fullback in the league, he kept him relatively quiet. Did he do a good job of it?
I felt, do you know what? I felt at times positionally he was a wee bit in the wrong place, but he always managed to get back and stop the attack. So, not quite where I would like him to be, but he always got there. He always got there, then, don't know, the game looked a wee bit easy for him at times. Like, he's really calm and composed in the kind of 1v1 situations. There's stuff we can build on offensively. But again, you're throwing a right back in here who's trained maybe 8-10 sessions with these players. Reece Smithy's no kicked a ball since Dundee, United game, sorry. Reece Smithy, and we put him on, he looked a wee bit rusty to get up to speed because Smithy's now been out for 3 weeks. So I think it's important that I dissect the game and I can explain to the players, we've got to take responsibility for the light goal. Of course we have. But I think you've got to then create that narrative and explain to them that it's no all doom and gloom, because there was a lot of positives within the game today that the players should take credit for. But unfortunately in football, maybe really gives about the content, it's about the final result. They're not really bothered about anything else, but it's my job to make sure the players understand that there's a lot within the game today that I felt they got right.
What were the injuries with Shane and Adam?
So Adam's a double calf, so don't ask me the terminology. So you've got 2 calf muscles, one's the soleus, one's the actual main calf muscle. One's a 3C and one's a 2C, so he's stunned both muscles. And Shane's a 3C on the hamstring. But Shane's kind of struggled since he came in terms of just injury after injury. And it's just, I think the modern demands of the modern game, I think when you miss a pre-season, I think it's difficult to jump into the intensity of the Premiership. Probably get away with this in the Championship a wee bit, but it's just the physicality and the intensity and the game demands of the modern game now is really high.
Right. Cheers,